Hi, and welcome to today's yoga practice, where we will be focusing on intentional movements to help you reconnect to your body and your energy. Whenever you're ready, I will meet you in a comfortable seat on top of your mat. As you come down here, you can just let the legs find a comfortable cross position. Just take a moment to let the body settle in. Allow the spine to start to come up tall. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. And we'll start to take notice of our surroundings. So that could look like just simply bringing your awareness to the ground and the mat beneath you. Take notice of any other sensations that start to arise here. So maybe the temperature of the room or any sounds that you start to hear. And simply start to bring that awareness to your breath. Just take notice of your inhales and exhales. And let them start to flow freely in and out here, making any adjustments that you need. And we will start to lengthen the breath here a bit. So just take a nice long inhale through the nose. And then a nice exaggerated exhale, either out of the nose or the mouth. We'll do that again. A nice breath in, really fill up here. And a breath out. The next breath in is going to start to extend arms overhead. And then exhale is going to twist you open to the right side. So we're just letting that right hand come to the back of the mat. Left hand is going to hook on to the right knee. We're just gently twisting the body open here. There's no need to force yourself into a deep twist. And breath in here. Exhale is going to pull you back through center. Arms are going to come overhead. And then we'll twist open to the left side. So this time letting your left hand come behind. And then your right hand is going to hook onto the left knee. Breath in here. Exhale, pulling yourself back through center, taking the arms and hands back overhead, maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then on your next exhale, we're going to start to make our way to our hands and knees, so to a tabletop position. Just kind of realign the knees and the wrist here as you need. We're going to drop into a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale is going to lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, round through the spine, bringing the chin into chest, pressing away from the floor. Good. Inhale, lift here. And exhale, round. And you're welcome to just start to invite in any other movement that you need. So maybe letting the hips come side to side or creating a C-like shape in the body. And doing your best to not overthink the movement. Just let the body start to guide you. And we'll start to come back to a neutral spine. We're going to shift the weight here just a tad over the wrist. And we're going to send those elbows all the way back and let yourself lower all the way down to the mat. Eventually the belly is going to come down. Hands can come right underneath the shoulders. And inhale is going to press into the palms, chin and chest lift for baby cobra. And then exhale, ripple it all the way back down. Maybe the forehead comes onto the mat. We're going to lift here again. Breath in, pressing into the palms, lifting the chin and the chest. Exhale, ripple it down. One more time here on the lift, connecting that breath in. And then exhale, we'll lower all the way down. Letting the hands just stay there underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to push ourselves back into that tabletop. And then tuck the toes and find a downward facing dog. We're creating an upside down V here in the body. And you may naturally just want to kind of bend into one knee and then into the other as we start to adjust into our first downward facing dog. And then let yourself find some stillness here, really pressing into the palms. And take a breath in here. Exhale, feet are going to travel towards the top of the mat for a forward fold. Let the feet start to come mat distance apart. So we're just going to heel toe them out towards the edges of the mat. And then let that upper body really start to hang heavy. So we're going to let the head drop. The shoulders and the arms will start to get heavy. You could grab elbows here if you'd like and just let that body start to sway side to side, the upper body. If you grabbed onto elbows, you can go ahead and release those now. And then just let the hands come down to the mat and then heel toe the feet back together, finding your forward fold. I'm going to move through a salutation here. So inhale is going to come into a halfway lift, creating the straight line, top of the head, base of the spine. Breath out, fold it back down. Inhale, we're going to rise all the way, top of the mat, coming into a mountain pose. Arms are going to swoop overhead here, pressing down through all four corners of the feet, checking back in with those shoulders. And go ahead and grab left wrist, right hand. And take a breath in, and that left palm is going to flip up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to come over to the right side. So your left hip may bump out here a bit. Good. Inhale back to center, extending through the fingertips. Maybe taking your gaze here up towards the ceiling. Letting the spine come back through center. We're going to grab right wrist, left hand this time. That right palm is going to flip up towards the sky. And then over to the left side, letting your right hip bump out here a bit. Should start to feel all through the side body. Good. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold back in half into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to let hands come down. Right foot is going to stay anchored. Left toes are going to come towards the back of the mat. And we'll go ahead and drop it down to the left knee. Inhale, swoop arms overhead. So chest is going to come high. And then this left hip will start to hinge forward here a bit. Inhale, extend through the fingertips. Exhale, hands are going to come back down to frame the front foot. And we're going to make our way into a half split. So hips are going to start to shift back towards that left heel. Right toes may start to come up off the mat. And your right knee can be bent here as much as you need. Good. We're going to start to shift that weight here back into the right knee. Letting the left hip start to come forward. And then just send it right back on your breath in. Exhale is going to move you forward, bending through the right knee. Backwards one more time here, letting the hips come towards the heel. Start to bend here back into the right knee. We're going to let left hand come down to the mat and open up for a twist, reaching through the right hand. Right shoulder starts to roll up here. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand is going to come back down to the mat. Go ahead and tuck those left toes, and then they're just going to meet the right foot. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Breath out. Hold it back down. Inhale, rise high, coming back into your mountain pose. Hands are just going to touch overhead. And then your exhale is going to fold you all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. This time left foot stays anchored. Right toes come to the back of the mat. Go ahead and drop down to right knee. Inhale, lift through the hands. So this time we're starting to really hinge through that right hip. And then let your hands start to come down. Frame the front foot. And take a breath in. Exhale, start to send hips back towards that right heel. Left toes might start to come up towards the ceiling. You can come up onto the balls of the fingers here if you need. And then start to shift back here towards the top of the mat, bending through the left knee. And then we'll move through that same motion here, connecting your inhales and your exhales. So letting the hips come back. And breath out, moving forward. Inhale back. And exhale, finding the top of the mat here, letting the right hand come down, and then twisting open through the left. Breath in here, extend through the left fingertips. Exhale, left hand comes down. Right toes are going to meet the left, top of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Breath out, fold it back down. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms are going to swoop back overhead here. And then exhale, let them drop into heart center. Just take a moment. Reconnect here with the body, with the breath. Readjust your feet. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and let hands start to find hips. You're going to shift weight into the right foot. Left foot is going to start to hover here just a bit, maybe bringing that knee in a little closer to the chest. And then we're going to send left toes towards the back of the mat, setting up for our warrior one. So we're going to let the shoulders start to square here, and then just letting the hips naturally start to follow the best that they can. Hands can start to make their way overhead or drop down to heart center. And take a inhale here, really pressing back through that left pinky toe, activating through the front foot. Your next exhale, we're going to swing it open to warrior two. So arms come to a T, back toes start to align with the back heel, and then we're shifting that weight here through the front knee, extending through the fingers. Good breath in here. Exhale, flip palms up towards ceiling or sky. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, let your right forearm drop on top of right thigh, coming into side angle. Gaze can be just right to the top of that right hand, or maybe up towards the left fingers. Next, inhale, so extend through the left fingers, and then we're just going to start to spin the back toes to meet the front. Hands are going to frame the front foot, and then left toes are going to meet the right here again in your forward fold. We're just going to slowly start to roll all the way up through the spine, finding your way back into your mountain pose, taking your time to come up tall, to anchor back down here through the feet. And hands are going to come to hips. And then we're going to shift weight this time, left foot, and then start to hover through the right, bringing the right knee into the chest. And then go ahead and send that right foot all the way towards the back of the mat, finding your warrior one. As you find a nice stance here through your warrior one left side, and let your arms start to come overhead, or of course find that heart center here again. Reconnect with your inhales and exhales. And breath in. Exhale, we're going to spin you open, warrior two. So right toes start to align, right heel. Start to shift that weight here into the left knee. And then let your palms start to flip up here towards the ceiling. Softening through the shoulders if you can. There can even be a little bit of a slight bend in the elbows. Breath in, reaching through the fingertips. And then exhale, dropping left forearm here, top of left thigh, coming into your side angle. Breath in. Right toes will start to turn towards the top of the mat. Hands are going to frame the left foot. And then right foot is going to meet the left in your forward fold. And this time, instead of coming up tall, we're just going to let the hips start to sink down low, coming into a yogi squat. So you can come up onto the balls of the feet here if you need. If you have a blanket and you want to roll it up and put it underneath the heels, that's always an option. And then just letting those elbows come to the inside of the knees, pressing the palms together. We'll just be here for a moment. Good, and then we'll start to just let the hands come towards the back, just to help transition us to a seat. We'll go ahead and lay all the way back here. Feet can stay planted on the mat. Knees are going to stay bent. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. So if you need to walk the feet in here a bit closer, that's an option. We're just going to take a breath in, press down through the feet. And then exhale, start to send the hips up high here towards the ceiling. And this doesn't have to be super intense, just take it to a height that feels right for your body. Just pressing into the feet, into the shoulders. Be here for an inhale. And then exhale, coming all the way down, unrolling here through the spine. And let the feet start to come about mat distance apart here again. And then we're just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Go ahead and hug knees into chest. You may just naturally want to rock side to side, giving the spine a massage. And the knees are going to drop over to the right side. Arms can come to a T. The head can start to come over to the left side. And just next round of breath here, we'll start to pull the knees in back through center. Maybe giving yourself another squeeze here. And then letting the knees drop over to the left. Arms can come back out to a T. Maybe the chin and the head start to find its way over to the right. Just let the breath start to return back to its natural rhythm here. Will come back through center. And then just invite in any last minute movement that you need here before we set up for our final pose. And then eventually we'll let the feet start to come out long. And just let the arms and the hands rest down wherever they're most comfortable. Feel free to take up as much space as you need here. Giving yourself permission to close down the eyes and enjoy these last few moments of stillness and quiet. Gently start to bring awareness here back to the breath, back to the physical body, taking any of those gentle movements that you need. And then start to find your way up to a seat. And then once you land here at the top of your mat in a seat, hands are welcome to be pulled to heart center. I'll have us just close with a round of breath together. So an inhale and an exhale. And thank you so much for sharing your time and energy here with me today. And I hope to see you soon.